Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Mitten Dad Show. For today's episode, I wanted to highlight a recent story that I posted to the website called Dads Can Organize the Family Calendar Too. I thought this was kind of an interesting story to highlight. You may have actually seen the tweet go viral recently about a woman who's a publicist and mom who said she had been gathering email addresses for party invitations when she had picked up on a trend that she was seeing. So what it was whenever she had asked a father for his email address, that father had instead supplied his wife's contact information. You know, it's no secret that as parents, we have a lot on our shoulders throughout the day regarding our kids and our schedule. You know, we've got our personal lives to manage, our work lives, our kids' lives, and so on and so forth. So, you know, that must mean that as both parents are shouldering that organizational weight, right? But not according to a recent article that I come across here from Ashley Ostru, hopefully I'm saying that right, who had wrote a recent post for care.com, who had highlighted this series of tweets from Sonia Bonchek, a publicist and mom. And as I had mentioned, she said that had been running into dads of her 3-year-old's classmates and asking for their emails for his birthday party. And so far, 3 of those dads had given her their wives' email addresses instead. At the time, she had claimed that this was a social experiment, but would later on go on to clarify that she was kidding, but she may have actually been onto something. A lot of moms had reacted to this tweet saying that they're getting tired of being singled out as the family manager, even when there's an opportunity for their partner to be involved. So, you know, even though Bonchek might have been tongue-in-cheek about her experiment, a lot of moms had replied. One said, "My husband is never ever included, even though we parent 50-50 and sometimes 60-40 in his direction. Don't get me started on how often everything, finance, mortgage, etc. comes to him first, even though I'm the primary borrower and money manager." Another wrote, "Pretty much the same here, with the addition that I work full-time and my husband has been home with the kids for 20 years now. But still, everyone contacts me first when it comes to scheduling anything." Even more so, another mom wrote that her husband works at their child's school, but the school still only contacts her whenever they need to send paperwork or other information. She said, "My husband is a teacher, and this fall our oldest son is starting at that school where he works. The school just sent out an informational email about dates and forms that we need to fill out, and they only emailed one of us. Guess which one?" But on the bright side, dads were also equally annoyed to see other dads not taking a more active role in raising their kids. But still others defended the idea of making moms responsible for all of the scheduling. Excuses would range anywhere from forgetting things too quickly to assuming moms are just better at planning events. Some dads even claim their wives might think they're having an affair if they gave out their email addresses to another woman. Another father said in his reply, "I hate to say it, but I too pass off a lot of the networking and scheduling to my wife. She's the master of the calendar. She tells me where and when, and I get it done. I don't want to network with kids' playmates. I handle sports coaching, billing equipment, travel, etc." So as that article pointed out, that type of setup may work out better for some families, or perhaps some mothers might just love planning. Certainly it didn't mean that moms and wives were any inherently better at keeping a schedule or managing other household tasks. One mom said many women only handle the calendar because their partner won't step up to the plate. All these comments saying, "But my wife is better at that stuff. My husband says this. I'm only better at it because I have been socialized to give a you-know-what about staying on top of calendar planning. Men are literally capable of learning and bothering to use Google Calendar." So with that, yes, every family has to figure out their unique way of balancing household and childcare tasks, but the bottom line is that women are exhausted. So as I led off with, the U.S. has some of the highest rates in the world regarding parental burnout, and moms are getting the brunt of that strain. Research has shown that moms are tasked with most child care and household work, such as managing the family schedule and activities. And even when moms are the breadwinners in their respective families, studies have shown that they still end up doing more of this caregiving work and not less. As Ostru points out, many folks might scoff at the problem by saying that moms enjoy caregiving work more or just naturally better at it, but in reality, moms don't even have that equal opportunity to be able to opt out. Boncheck's tweet proves that even when male partners have the chance to share the load, too often they say, "Yeah, I'm good," and give their partner yet another task. That result has led to dozens of fed up and exhausted moms, such as those who initially replied to Boncheck, with moms getting treated more like administrative assistants and not partners. Dads can undoubtedly RSVP to birthday parties, write down things on the family calendar, and more. So, with that, any relationship is always give and take for sure, and sometimes the mom or dad may enjoy the organizational aspect more than the other, as mentioned. But at the end of the day, just simply asking, "How can I help?" could go a long way with your partner. I just thought this was a fascinating topic to bring up on the website as well as in this podcast episode as it relates to parenting. I'm interested in hearing your guys' thoughts out there that might be listening to this episode. Does your family split duties when it comes to organization? Can you relate with some of the commenters to the original tweets that were out there? Yes, no, I would love to get your perspective. So if you could, be sure to either reply to the original post at mittendad.com. I'll be sure to link to that in the show notes, or go ahead and send me a voice message via the Anchor app. I'd love to hear from you and see, how does your family handle the organization when it comes to the family calendar? And for that, would offer to dads out there, as much as we love technology, that, we can certainly also help out when it comes to organization, shopping lists, you name it as well. So until next time, this has been the Mitten Dad Show, and I'm your host, Matt Tillman. Talk to you again soon.